Hi everyone, I'm Jacob Adams. We're here to talk about purpose. What's your thoughts? You know, Chris didn't have an idea as to, let me, you know what? Let me turn it up a little bit, get a little closer to us so it looks.
I'm zoomed in?
Yeah, zoomed in. Okay. Chris didn't actually know I was going to bring up purposes, so none of this is scripted ever.
Yeah, this is not, he didn't even tell me the topic of the day.
Yeah.
He just kind of got me on my radio.
Purpose. You know, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on purpose?
I believe that's a good topic. Mm-hmm. That's you can go deep on that.
But yeah.
You can go deep.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends how deep you want to go, because when you're talking about purpose.
Why don't you go as deep as you can?
I'm talking about purpose in general.
Let's go.
Somebody's willpower, somebody's intelligence, somebody's capabilities. Because basically your purpose in life is what your abilities have made you up to this point able to do. What didn't you say?
What would you say is your purpose? If you,
my purpose?
I could go first if you want me to. Because it's a challenging question to throw on somebody.
It is a good question. I mean, I believe people can, be in their 40s and believe their purpose is a certain path, but maybe their original purpose was meant for something else. People can go down a different path.
Yeah, you could change. That's actually something I'm thinking. People's purpose can change, or they can give up on it, or they can get a new purpose. They can define it, go deeper. So purposes can change. It's not like it's one thing forever. The reason I brought it up is, okay, so I'll give you purpose is something that we all talk about, and it's discussed in many ways, in many terms, and it's like in the self-development circles, people that want to be better leaders and stuff like that. Everybody talks about purpose, okay? So it's not like, one of the first books that kind of helped me get back to, spirituality was The Purpose-Driven Life, okay? There's that word purpose, right?
Yeah.
Years ago I said, purpose is whatever you're hungry for, whatever you're hungry for. That's kind of a good way to identify your purpose. That's something I've always said. Like, if you want to have a successful business, why? Well, you probably want to take care of your family. You probably want to, just take care of your kids when you have them, live well, eat well. There's probably a reason you want that income and that business, right? Security, or to make an impact in the world. There's reasons, right?
And I think it's mainly what everybody wants to do is be able to provide. Provide is the main thing, and of course, then comes the impact and everything. But one of the things they want to be able to say, they provide and they can support.
Okay, and that's exactly right. So here's something that there's a show on Netflix called The Manhunt for the Unabomber. Okay, and the Unabomber 20 years ago, so he was sending out bombs. Like little bombs in packages, some like this or a little bigger, or whatever. He was sending out those packages to the universities. That's why it's university, like universities and airplane and airlines, Unabomber. So what I'm getting at is he was sending these to places of technology, people that were wanting to, let's just say, find a way to have genetic engineering, where, hey, if somebody how do we get rid of Down syndrome by messing with the genetic code, right? Yeah. And that sounds positive, right? Hey man, no more Down syndrome for people. And 20 years ago, we were like, what the fuck? How is it? Why is this guy, and I didn't even know at the time actually, but 20 years ago, I was like, well, damn bro, like why? That guy's crazy, right? That's all you could think, that guy's crazy. Now, 20 years later, they make the show on Netflix, and so what this guy did, he was sending these things to people of high technology. People like that, people that were promoting technology. That sounds stupid, right? Like, hey, are you a hater on technology? Why are you trying to bomb people with technology? Is that fair? Right?
Technology right now is probably the most effective thing you can do.
Right. But back 20 years ago, he was trying to, in a way, stop the advancement of technology. And you would ask yourself, why? And again, we brought up purpose. Let's go into these two ideas. Brought up the Unabomber, brought up purpose. So where am I getting at, right? Okay, so now, so he writes he says he sends a 35,000 page essay, a paper, you could say. He graduated from Harvard, so he's a smart guy, right? And so he sends his paper to the Washington Post and he says, if you publish this 35,000 word essay, I will stop sending bombs. And so the FBI says, this is all a true story. You can get it on your phone right now. So they actually they published it, and I read the whole thing. Okay. I read all of it. It'll take you like, yeah, you know, it's a true story. It's all a true story. So he writes it. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours to get through it because it's really like, you know, it's wordy. And anyway, early on into it, he's saying that eventually technology will rule us. And that's why he was trying to stop it. In other words, it sounds good at first, in that first example I gave, that we're gonna like, hey, stop genetic engineering, we're gonna stop Down syndrome. Sounds good. But then in the hands of the wrong people, hey, we're not gonna let certain races be, I'm not gonna let certain races be born, right? It could also cut both ways, is what he's saying. Yeah. Right now, okay, at first, social media made it a certain way, and then we saw the back end, people were in a way cheating more, right? That's just, right? Yeah. So there was, technology always comes with this double-edged sword thing, okay? Cars were awesome, and now you can't get around without a car. So now you need the car, right? So he was trying to bring up that eventually the technology
becomes like a necessity.
It becomes a necessity and it starts to rule you. Okay? And so then he went deeper in his essay. He went deeper. He goes, there's 3 types of activities. Let's just say there's type activity 1, you know, it's generally people need it to survive, but it's easy to do. You know, like, hey, you know what, like bathing or something like that. Okay.
A shower?
Yeah, or hygienic. I'm giving you, I don't remember fully, but this is the general so you can understand. Okay. He says type activity number 2. He's like, now that one you need it to survive, but you need a lot of effort generally. Yeah. Which is what? Okay, back in the day, it was hunting, eating, like shelter. Back in the day, there was a time where that was the hardest thing, to just live. To live and to hunt and to get the food, that was hard. With technology, thank goodness, we think, hey, that's no longer that hard to get, right? Right now, coronavirus shut down, the government sent out the money, hey, everybody stay home, whatever, we're gonna send the food, don't worry, right? So type 2 activity has become easier. And then there's type 3 activity, which is like having a family, a lot of effort, and that one, believe it or not, with technology it's become even harder, okay? Like there's a type 3 activity.
So what was the type 2? You told me type 1, type 2.
Type 1, kind of easy but necessary. Type 2, necessary and difficult. Okay. Type 3, really necessary, really difficult. Okay. Right, both.
So it just kind of gets harder.
Yeah. And so type in today's world, type 2 became very easy, but it's very important. Okay. Like shelter, look, you got a shelter.
I would imagine then type 3 became even harder.
Type 3 became harder because in a way, back in there was a time where if you didn't hunt well, you would die. Okay. Right? And stuff like that.
That would be like the caveman days.
Yes, right. So now in today's world, it's like there's a different
type of hunt.
Different now to find purpose. To find your purpose back then was more easy. Okay? You were more in control of it. That's what so he wrote this 20 years ago. Before the phones, before the internet, before Facebook, before any of that. Okay? He goes back, so there was a time where for you to find your purpose was easy. It was like, bro, get some food. You're hungry. You need to eat today. And if you don't eat today, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die, yeah.
So go hunt right now. Okay. That's your purpose.
That's pretty direct.
Okay, but technology made it so it's no longer direct. Now if you ask someone, what's the purpose? They're gonna go like, I don't know. Okay, but are you starting to see?
Well, if they don't know, they probably have, for me, for example, I feel like I've gone down another path than where I was supposed to go.
That's fine. All I'm getting at is I'm giving you the polarity, the black and white, so you can say, that makes sense. There was a time where it was simpler. It was just have the family, raise the kids, and then do the cycle of life. Like, you're right. Okay, the circle of life, that was the general idea.
Well, it's just technology has really changed the way we communicate, the way we associate with people now. It changed everything.
It changes the way we communicate with our very own self. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
You're right there.
You know what I mean? Like this, think about what YouTube is in this video and how you're watching it. Instead of you having this conversation at a bar, right? You're watching at the comfort of your home. Maybe you're on the toilet. Maybe you're in the shower listening to it. Maybe you're on your bed, right?
Yeah.
And here we are, you're in a conversation between me and Chris, talking about purpose. You're like, the Unabomber on Netflix, what? And then you might look at that 35 pound, and then, so anyways, when they gave him the plea deal, they were like, hey man, just say you're crazy, and we'll kind of, you won't get the death penalty. They told him that. And he
told that to who?
The Unabomber.
Okay.
And he goes, because they were after him for 20 years. So he did it for 17 years, bombing these bombs.
Yeah, okay.
So when they gave him the option, he goes, no, I'm guilty. You know why he did that? So that you would never say he's crazy. In other words, he did it so that his 35,000 word essay, people would never say, yeah, but he's a crazy man.
Yeah.
So
we'll get rid to like everything.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So like, hey, this happened and I'm guilty, like, because I really did it.
Yeah. So in today's world, right now, especially during the coronavirus, we are at a time where people should have, in other words, if you didn't take time right now, 2 months shut down. If you didn't take time right now to be like, damn it, what do I really want to do? Right? Because you're not going to go to work.
Well, let me tell you what happened. The way I woke up today was very curious because you were just yesterday we were talking about how you said I went back to the gym.
And I feel great. Can you feel the difference? Can you tell the difference between me now?
Yeah, of course.
What's the difference between me now? What's the difference between me now and let's say 3 days ago?
Oh, you're a lot more like down, you know. But I get it, because your body, it's like me. When I was a fitness director, I was used to socializing with people, and I'm pretty sure for you just to be like, okay, all these people cut off, stay at home. You're probably like in a shock, you know. You're like, what the heck is going on in my life? Like you said, you felt useless, isolated, you got depressed for a little bit. So those are bound to happen, especially with somebody that, you know, you've been interacting with people, you've been socializing with people, because now it's the opposite. You can't interact with them. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, at least you weren't supposed to, right? You weren't supposed to go to no gym. Really though, I woke up today, because I remember yesterday you were like, hey man, I went back to the gym, my brother was happy too, everybody was happy. I wake up today and the first thing I hear is, oh my goodness, you know, a lot of people got sick, they're regretting letting all these people get out. So that's what I wake up to.
They were letting more people get out.
Yeah, but they're regretting it now. Supposedly the government's regretting it because they did a mistake.
Because of the gym opening up?
The gym opening up, the pools opening up, they get all this leverage. Everybody was, how you said, anxious, so they went out the second they got the opportunity. And now we're getting casualties. So see,
how did that? But that was only 1 day.
Exactly. So give it a week even. That's just gonna multiply. You think it's gonna divide? You don't think if these people went out, let's just say 50% of the people went out of the population, and they're already seeing casualties in 1 day. Give it a week. You think it's gonna just get better? Like maybe in time, yeah, but not in a week, not in a month, maybe. Like, there's people that are going to be getting sick, contagious, and it's going to affect.
So you're bringing up new information. You're no longer talking about purpose. Now we're talking about a threat again.
Well, no. I mean, like, I'm telling you how I woke up, and it kind of shocked me because I woke up to that. And I remember just yesterday, you know, everybody was happy because they were like, hey.
Where did you get this information?
I got the information from my stepdad and my mom.
Okay, and they said what? They said
that.
Did they give you any solid numbers?
I said that called me, that's Will, and he goes, hey man, I'm letting you know right now, I don't know why your brother went to the gym or your friend, but he's like,
He was talking about me or what?
No, like yeah, well I guess he knew that, you know, because I told him like, oh, you know, they goes to the gym, we might be hitting it, you know, later. But I told him, you know, I didn't go yet. You know, I haven't got. I'm letting you, like I told you, I want to see what would happen. And apparently, you know, it seems to be the case that it's actually not being so beneficial at the moment. So this is what I meant by just being safe. And,
But we don't have any solid numbers. That sounds like, in other words, what article did he read, or what is he?
No. I just got, like I said, on the other video we made. This is just what I got from people, me waking up to this. I woke up to being told this. Did I check it out? I haven't really researched it myself, so I can't say for certain. But I mean, if people are calling me, and I know how I said that is, and then they're just watching the news, about this, because I know my stepdad, especially his business.
Okay, here we go. Well, here it is. Texas reports massive jump in COVID-19 cases in single day. This was on Monday, yesterday in other words, at 10:42 a.m. That's what you're probably getting at. Because it's only Tuesday, so I don't know where he.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Texas reported 1,800 new COVID cases on Saturday. But that was before the gyms opened up. So what did they?
Yeah, okay. So now that they opened up the gyms, it really hit the fan. Like, it just got worse. And people are not understanding that, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's the gym that you go to is not the only gym. There's 1,000 gyms out there. People are just going and getting this disease, man. It's like, trust me, I know.
Okay, wait. More than 700 new cases were reported out of Amarillo on Saturday, with Texas Governor Greg Abbott warning those numbers will continue to climb as the state increases testing in that hotspot. In other words, there's a hotspot in Amarillo. Before Saturday, Texas never reported more than 1,500 cases in a single day, and had been averaging 1,200 cases per day over the last 7 days. Okay, so 1,200 was the average, and so then
see, it spiked up. It spiked because letting people out like how they did.
So about 700 more than average.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I didn't want to check it out. It's just like the people who told me. It's not people that told me just BS out of their lives. Like, it's because they saw it from a.
No, yeah, I just need the data first. And like when you first started speaking right now, it came with emotion, but there wasn't, and that's fine. That's a good way to communicate. But there wasn't any like, hey, and here's the article.
No, exactly. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not allowed to.
Yeah. But now we put it into context. Now added context. Greg Abbott said that there was more testing now increasing there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's also that. You see what I'm saying? So then now we have more to kind of feel normal again. Like, hey, people get excited. They get excited, bro.
I mean, you're not getting excited to get out?
No, they get excited to report the bad news a little bit. Like, they get a little bit.
No. I wasn't excited at all. I saw it as depression. Like, when I got told that, I kind of made my day like gloomy, like real, like, oh, okay, like I'm over here, like I can't wait for them to open up the little gym here, the pool, and here it's like, and now here it is. I'm pretty sure it's just like, okay, it's not happening anytime soon. But like I keep getting out of my apartment, to socialize, and it's like nobody's out there. So, it's like, at least for me, it's like, I don't know if everybody's taking the same precaution, but I think we still need to be safe about it. But, to each your own. I'm not one to say, like I said, I haven't done my research enough, but I'm just going by what they tell me sometimes, and I just kind of base it on that and make sure I don't get affected myself. Because like I said, I love the gym, I love to socialize, but I love my life, and I will take care of myself too. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want to make sure that safe and sound.
Well, look. I don't think people need to. Personally, I don't think people need to hear more about the coronavirus, because it's like, yeah, we at this point everybody knows, right? It's out there. Okay, it's out there. Okay, that part's fine. But the reason I wanted to talk about purpose is, okay, but we gotta have some type of joy, Still, we gotta have something to look forward to, some kind of love and passion again.
You don't think we all want that?
Okay, well that's why I'm talking about it.
You gotta have some
Well,
control.
why don't we bring that up again? Because if it's just like, I bring up these kind of things, purposes and all these things, and here it comes, dum dum dum, raining on my parade kind of energy. How come, how was the party supposed to get started if people shut down the party?
It doesn't.
It doesn't, because the party is shut down, and you can't party if the party's shut down, bro.
But I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you, like, seeing you is kind of making me think, like, because I thought I already.
And when you see me, seeing me should make you think one thing. How did he get so fucking jacked?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you get so jacked. Okay. So
I mean, that's
instead of my daily life routines, I'm supposed to go out of my mind right now. Let me just get this part right because I don't know weird. My daily life routine, basically of my personal life, I gotta get out of there and think Jacob's jacked.
I mean, it's better than you said when you what? You said seeing me. You said something about
No. I said I thought of myself as I wasn't taking the coronavirus very well. I thought I wasn't like handling it well. But I can see how some other people maybe are more like they're more even than me, you know. And it's like I'm seeing it. I can tell it's like you had some hidden emotion, maybe even that you were just like isolated when you said you were depressed. And
no, I wasn't full depression, but I knew if I don't get out, it can turn into depression.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because there's okay. If all I'm looking forward to,
you know, I like to touch that. You know,
watch.
I like to go party and stuff. But I knew that when shit hit the fan,
dude,
told me.
the highlight of our day went to go into the grocery store. You don't think that's gonna be depressing? That became the highlight of the day.
I mean,
that's sad.
That is sad.
Okay, well then naturally.
That you have to go.
No, I know I did, and that's why I did it. I know what's happening. I'm not saying, but I'm saying like, at some point we have to get out. Like, there's gonna be a moment. There's gonna be a moment.
But there's a moment where they have a cure. There's a moment where it's gonna be right, bro. Like.
But it's because people were not liking that Bill Gates was involved. I don't know if you know about that.
Yes, Bill Gates is involved.
And they thought he might have been the Antichrist.
Yes.
And so that's why I didn't.
That was almost as much as the coronavirus talk.
Okay, well that's why people didn't really like the whole idea of a vaccine, because Bill Gates was involved.
Well, that was a little bit suspicious.
Well, yeah.
that one was. That one was kind of like even hiding. You know, I mean, as soon as I heard that Bill Gates involved, he wants to put little chips on us. Like, I'm like, okay, hold on. Let's talk. Nobody's putting a chip on me. And you know, they just scan my chip and you know my whole information. No, like I wouldn't be down for that. You know, that sounds like some Terminator shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the rise of the machines, you know what I'm saying? That's the beginning. Here, get all my data. Go. You know, just scan me and you have all my information, you will know my whole background.
Well, that's kind of going back to what I was getting into originally about technology's trying to, in some way, rule us. Like it's okay. Look. It's pretty much there, bro. Like Elon Musk, who's the Verga of opinion in technology. Okay, like people respect what he says. He's like, yeah, man. At this point, technology's not. You're not gonna stop it. He was concerned. There was a time where Elon Musk was concerned for artificial intelligence, just like the Terminator. AI became intelligent and started taking over. Elon Musk, who's just wanting to send people to Mars and shit, became concerned about that. So that should tell you the validity in the idea. Like, he's not gonna waste his fucking reputation and time speaking like an idiot. He's like, damn, I'm concerned about this. You get it? And as of last year, they were like, last year they go, hey, so what's up now? What do you think? He goes, man, I'm just gonna have to be optimistic that it's gonna be okay. Like, he's decided to be optimistic about it.
But how's it going now?
Well, bro, right now, bro, he's working on technology to, like, let's say someone has Alzheimer's, to cut out a piece of their scalp, like a little square or whatever, and then put a little chip or a computer right here, and so to reawaken parts of their brain. That's his new company. It's called Neuralink. And so he said
kind of heal
the Alzheimer's. Now again, part 2 to that. Now once that happens, he'll be working on technology so where that people like you and me can become, in a way, and it's gonna sound funny, but I'm not. None of this is a joke. It's all the truth. Okay. He's working on it so people like you and me can become like what do they call them when you're half man, half robot? What's that word? It's cyborgs.
Yeah, I think it doesn't see cyborgs. There we go.
Yeah. So in other words, after he gets the base level, like any technology, like at first the phone was what? The phone was rotary, right? Yeah. Now we have cell phones. Just like, okay, that's part 1. Part 2, in other words, is you start. Hey, we'll be sitting in a situation like this. We won't even have to talk. We'll just be communicating with our computer, like, okay? And they ask them, hey, how soon before we won't even have to talk? And he goes, shit you not. He goes, if everything continues the way it's going, about 5 years. Okay, now, okay, watch.
So how long ago did he say this?
A week ago?
This is recent.
Yeah.
This is like.
Yeah. No. If someone had the patience to watch this far and knows that I'm not full of shit, right at this point here, that's the payoff because they're starting to see. Okay, what purpose? He brought up the Unabomber, how technology is going to take over. Oh shit! Now he's talking about Elon Musk. Oh shit, Neuralink. Now, in other words, it's there, bro. Like the writing is. This is when they use the term. The writing is on the walls. Yeah, that's what this means. It's like all the signs are their way. The signs are right there saying. You know what he says? He says, Elon Musk says, your phone is the first type of extension. He goes, this is the first extension of your cyborgism. In other words, this is an extension of you. Like for example, look, watch, and look at. I'll show you what I mean. Look, like right here, this right here. When I go like that, and the little tiger opens up. Have you seen that before? I've shown that to you before, right? Okay. In other words, like if you go to your phone is an extension of you, like the sexy girl in the background. You know what I mean? Like no, like everything you use is your phone. This is like an extension of your brain.
Okay.
The app. So, in other words, this is your cyborg extension.
No, I would say
okay, watch.
iPhone 11 felt like a cyborg.
Well, are you ready for this? In other words, if you gave people the option. And like in other words, the iPhone, the iWatch is a type of that. Like this right here is connecting me to my phone. This literally is always sending data to my phone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, 24 hours a day. It's in my heart rate, how I sleep, it grades my sleep. So this right here is already giving my phone data. Yeah. So I'm always connected to my phone. Now, if someone gave the day, hey, you don't even tell you what, forget the phone, forget the crack screens, forget everything. All you have to do is put on, you know what, how about we make it so that you just wear it right here on your thigh, and that gets all the information from you. If you think something, it sends it to your friend. You just pull them up in your head, hey, send it, and it gets the data. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be pretty cool. That would be something to like experiment with.
Exactly.
Because right now it sounds, of course, right now we think about stuff like that.
But that's how AI is going to eventually, you get it? Because it's going to be like, okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure back in the day, everybody would have thought.
You know what he said?
A funny joke. Like,
you know what he said?
Phone like this, shut up.
You know what he said? You know what he said? You know what he said? He said, Instagram and everything, you're basically teaching the computer what a human is. Like the hashtags and all that, he goes like, you're uploading that into the mainframe of what will later be AI. Make sense? Like it's like you're uploading humanity, pictures, how they look, the lighting they like, the hashtags, how they think, their methods, their thoughts. Like if you look at marketing today, it'll hear, the phone listens to you and you pop up, there's an ad for what you just said. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like I said, we get to that point, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be, completely cyborgs, but I can see.
Oh, you're sure?
I can see it.
You're sure, huh?
No, I'm saying, I don't know about that part.
Bro, They're working so that it's headed towards this, where you, as your consciousness, that is Cris, let's say your body one day dies, your brain and how you think can one day be. All right, so we left off on the V cut off because, anyway, so there will be a time, Cris, where they'll upload our consciousness into the cloud, into a mainframe, into computers, and our way of thinking, in other words, me as Jacob, there'll be, hey, I want to talk to Jacob. Okay, well, his consciousness is right here. Like, this is how he talks. This is how he thinks. This is him, right? And that's interesting. That's next level, bro.
Like, just to even think about it, whoa. You know, but hey, it's something to look forward to. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. You know, you have your consciousness living for you. You know.
Well, in a way, bro, this is kind of a good way to tie this all into purpose and kind of put it all together. In many ways, Elon Musk refers to what we leave behind, like our pictures, our quotes, our writings, whatever we put online. He goes, in many ways, if you die, when you die, whatever you left online, that's like your ghost.
Yeah, basically.
And so, in many ways, it's it makes it true that to leave behind data, that is like the new purpose in many ways. Yeah. To fulfill some kind of role of like, you're not going to stop technology. In a way, sometimes it's like your full role is to embrace it fully in a way and use it and mold it as much as you humanly possibly can to your agenda. That, I think, is one of the key central roles in being a human today. Damn, that was some good shit, bro.
You're like surprised yourself. That was just amazing. Oh, God. I heard it feel like this dude, like after the first talking. Oh, bro, man. Like, I'm a beast. Hold on, take a moment. Let's embrace this shit. You get that wave. The takeaway, just feel the takeaway. You know?
You're crazy, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I mean. Like, you know, it's like, it's like if I just say like a bad little paragraph and I'm like, oh, bro, hold on, just chill. Took off everything, just relax. That was amazing right there.
Well, it brings us to my idea, one of my new ideas. Ready for it now? Now that, anyways, anyone that watches this far, they deserve to know because they're kind of like, they've been patient. They've been patient. And you know how I put it, part 2, part 3, this is gonna be this is part 3. So they're gonna have to really dig in there to get it. Okay, so this is the idea.
Like everything, when you're patient enough, you will get through it.
Okay, the idea is that me and you, simple as it is, start throwing parties.
That can be done?
I have my DJ set downstairs.
Okay. I mean, I have it fixed to myself, don't I?
Yeah. So then all it takes is just to bring it up here. And this Friday, we just start inviting people. And we start small. And we have a cutoff time like 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whatever. Just to kind of like, that way people can bounce.
Yeah.
So here's the pitch.
I'm thinking like.
So here's the pitch.
Yeah.
You ready for the pitch?
The right number.
Music, plus a few drinks, some food, and that's it. And then a start time and an end time. That's the general idea. And people. Oh, I forgot people. Yeah. So those are the five. Those are the.
You need people for a party.
Those are the. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Those are the 5 elements.
Okay. Like main elements after. Yeah, we can do that.
Well, let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here, and that's actually what I want to start inviting people. But yeah, I thought I was gonna be here.
Now let's come up with layouts. Okay, I could put the DJ thing
it'll be on this side.
right here.
It has to be like in a corner where it's not affecting the party.
Yeah, I could bring, in a way, like you need like a Roku or something for this TV or an Apple TV.
No, I want to bring my TV, bro. This is like a 1080. I want to get the 4K, you know, if we're going to go hardcore on the TV, we got to get around to get the 4K. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking just bringing my TV over here, go get it. All I got to do is get it and bring it. Like, you know, like I didn't buy that 4K HD for nothing.
So we'll put up the details of the party in a bit. But for now, we'll start with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like look, I believe if we're doing the DJ thing now, you're gonna have the TV going on there, the tablet, for mine, and then this can be like the main hangout spot. I guess the kitchen a little bit, but most is gonna be here.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can only invite 7 to 10 people.
I mean, that would be what they say, right? No more than 10 people. they usually in a crowd and they shouldn't be more than 10. I mean, right? So we're gonna stop.
That's fine. Okay, so that's the idea I'm thinking, and then we could go from there.
And there's some people I can invite. I'm thinking, from here, I'm not here already in like just 1 week.
Woo! Alright.
It's funny because these people are there, just like when I go to the trash, throw out the trash, you know, they're walking their dogs. And I'll start talking to them. And now you're like, oh, okay. I mean, a lot of like people, you wouldn't be surprised because I was used to seeing your place, but in reality, there's a lot of people that are just kind of like me right now. You know, like I didn't know, man. Like, yeah, man, me too. Like,
one thing people are gonna try to do in technology, the one thing that I think is the final frontier, personally, is they're gonna try to find a way so they don't have to work out, but still get results.
Get results, get fit?
Yeah.
It's like,
but it's gonna be something like they put on a suit and it makes their body work. I don't know.
No. But
that's, I love that,
is that I already know that, it's for example, like when I was fitness director, all my friends were like, hey bro, so I take steroids, do I have to work out? And so they were down to take steroids no matter what they did to them, as long as they got results without having to work out. That was their main.
That's the stupidest thing in the world.
That was their main question. Well, I get results even if I don't work out. It's like, technically I'm like, yeah, but then you're not maximizing the potential.
You're not gonna get results, bro, without working out.
I mean,
you're gonna get fat.
If you're running and the peak, your metabolism, everything speeds up, your testosterone levels increases.
Like, being honest, it sounds like a very sloppy.
Oh, no, it's the stupidest thing I've heard, but I'm telling you, as a fitness director, people would ask me that question very often.
Like, the thought of that is
No,
gross.
I thought that was stupid, yeah. Like, I was like, okay, so why are you gonna roid up, but not go all out, maximizing your potential? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, you know, like, if you're willing to get the risks of the after effects, I would imagine that you would have the intelligence to be like, if I'm gonna risk this much in my body, I gotta get some crazy results, not the most minimal possible.
Okay, let's take a moment to talk about steroids. The viewer's really going to benefit from this one video. I mean, there's part 3 already. You guys are up to a party. They're cooking up a party. Okay. So steroids. Look, I'm gonna say this: that most people think they need to do a lot of steroids to get some kind of result, when in reality, most people don't even need them. And most people need to put in the work first, okay? And then once you have the foundation and you have enough, like, okay, this guy's in shape for sure, he's got muscle, he's built a foundation, at that point there, if you really want to consider taking that, okay. But most people don't go through that process. They kind of want to jump right into it. And if you jump right into it, you're premature, you're kind of cheating yourself. You're not really ever going to get what fitness is about 100%. You need that understanding of the process without that help.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger said. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, he goes, you will tell the difference between the guy who enjoys going to the gym and the guy who sees it as something he's got to do just to get the body.
Yeah, I don't.
You're gonna see a big difference,
dude. I don't feel myself without it. I honestly do not feel myself without it.
Yeah, because it's a lifestyle that you get embedded to. That you're just like, okay, so when they cut off the gym from you, you don't feel right. And I know, because I've been to that. It's like you don't feel right. You feel like something's missing, or you didn't do something in the whole day. When in reality, it's just like you didn't do your workout, so it kind of affecting your mindset.
The workout. Look, man. Here's kind of my confession right here. This is my confession. Working out has become part of my purpose. Someone could judge that. Someone could say, hey, that's so shallow, or that's so this, or that, or that. And it's like, hey, man, it is what it is. At least I know what I let. At least I have enough knowledge of self to say working out kind of became my purpose. And think about I help people get fit. It's something that in today's world, you get fat if you don't work out because of all the French fries. And okay, tell me a person that doesn't get fat and they don't work out.
Well, I mean, those are just like the really, really skinned out people.
They're like thin ones?
Yeah.
But they don't even like their body.
No, of course not. Because, I mean, a lot of people, what they do, the only people, they'll do a lot of cardio. And what they do is, because I remember being in the gym as a fitness director, I always put people with certain trainers.
But working out, cardio is still working out.
Yes, but people didn't like the results because what happens in cardio? You lose the fat, you lose the gut, you get skinny, okay? But then they think they're gonna have the nice arms and the defined arms and the six pack. In reality, they're just a smaller version of what they were.
Yeah.
They don't have abs, they don't have no definition, they still have the flag, they're just smaller. You know, it's like, I remember a girl one time, you know, I laughed, I didn't know what to tell her at the moment. She goes, look, and I saw her literally half a year later, 6 months later, she showed me the results. Her fat dropped, but her lean body mass was still kind of an issue. It was around the same area. What does that mean? So she dropped the weight, she didn't like the result at the end. She's like, I just stayed in my weight. I'm like, in your situation, it's kind of like, yeah, because I get it. You didn't get the body you were looking for. She did now, but she didn't let us look. And personally, I think she'll be better when she had more weight. So, you see, it's like, you gotta know how to work out properly. We gotta go get trainers. You know, you gotta diet regularly and know how to diet correctly.
Okay, going back to what I was saying about, again, the Unabomber guy, he wrote something in his paper called People Because we took away people's need to, let's say, go hunt, hey, raise a family, man. Like, because we took that away, technology in a way kind of took that away from man. Okay, whether it's good or bad, hey, it's a good thing. Hey, that's not the point. The point is you don't need to do it anymore. Therefore, in a way that someone, if you wanted to go hunt nowadays, you got to be rich.
You need a license.
You need to know. You got to have like $10,000 to hunt.
You need a license.
Okay, I meant like for deer and stuff.
Oh, okay. You're gonna go that hardcore about it? Okay, yes, yeah.
Well, what are you gonna? You're gonna just eat little doves or what?
I mean,
in other words,
they go hunting here. They go hunting trying to freaking shoot a fucking rabbit. You know what I mean?
A rabbit?
Yeah, a rabbit.
No, man. I'm talking about what you would really, honestly want to eat.
No,
like okay, straight up. You want to talk about real good eating? And like, dude, I'd love that meat. Is like wild boar, javelina. That's some good fucking meat. Okay?
I haven't tried that.
And now, you never eaten?
Literally, I want to say the further I've gone as far as eating that type of stuff is the deer meat.
Okay, well, to me, if someone said, Jacob, look, would you want to hunt this javelina? I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll hunt that shit. You know? I would love the idea
of hunting.
And you know what? And this is before I even read this. This is like 10 years ago. I was in bed thinking, I love protein so much that what if somebody once said, I'm not going to sell you no more meat, Jacob. I'm fucked. I'm like, how am I going to not get protein?
Well, then you go vegan.
No, I know. But see, but do you see how technology made us, in a way, live a certain way that without the technology, you can't do it? You get it? And so that's what Kandinsky was getting at. That like we've made it so that the power lies with a few people that were put into power. Like whether it's Trump, whether it's so and so, if they don't want you to eat, you will not eat. It's up to them. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So that's what Kaczynski was talking about. So now where am I getting at? How does that have to do with working out and my purpose and all that? Okay, it's something called a surrogate activity. He's like, okay, there's engineers, there's people that they don't no longer have kids, they no longer have to have the family, they no longer have to hunt, so they became kind of obsessed in a way with a surrogate activity. NBA players, engineers, you're doing it for something other than like the need. In other words, I'm already strong enough. Like the amount of muscle on my body is strong enough for a hunter, right? I don't need more to take out a boar, right?
Okay.
But I'm doing it for other reasons. That's what this was 20 years ago. It's called a surrogate activity. Okay? And he's like, and the reason people do that these days is because technology made it so they no longer have to do that type 2 activity. So with all that extra time, people have had to find surrogate activities. And so one of the surrogate activities that I do is working out, right? And so you see how now it makes sense why I was depressed. In a way, it's like, well, I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, and you took away my working out, so now in a way I don't have a purpose. Mm-hmm. Now you get it?
Yeah.
And so it's all like, it's this beautiful, like, what the fuck, man? And so coronavirus really made us feel that. Like, it really made us feel how out of control, in a way, we were of the situation. And there was a time, even if there was a king back in the day, 200 years ago, the king, he was the king, the ruler. Okay, but you could be somewhere in the kingdom doing all kinds of shit, and the king couldn't know what you were doing because he's in the castle.
True.
In today's world, if you do anything, there's phones listening to you. There's Siri.
The government gets to you before you know it.
Yeah. Like, hey, he bought a fucking bag of chips at this store. A fucking at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You get it? Like, everything is more control. And so that's kind of what he's saying. Like, and you wake up and you're like, damn, that is the truth. That is what happened.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could definitely become something like that.
Okay, so today, women in a way have it in a way better because they can find purpose. Women can find purpose. Ready for this? Women can find purpose in just having the kid. Right? Watch. They have the kid. Yeah, purpose done. Their purpose is there. Okay, men, people like me and you, we have to really find the purpose. It can't be like men are called to be leaders and find true purpose within themselves. That's why men look at Elon Musk and we're a little bit, if you admit it, you might be a little jealous. Like, hey, dude, that guy fucking is powerful, influential. He's got his shit going on. Man, he's respected. In other words, men want that, right? You get it? But you were sending people to Mars, bro. Like, that's what it took. You're fucking okay. So back in the day, hey, just kind of get a good hunt, bro, so we can all eat. And you're the man. Back then, and Elon Musk, hey, you want an electric car? Done. Hey, you want a chip planted in your brain so you can be a cyborg? That too. You want to go to Mars? Let's go. That's Elon Musk. And then people are like, that's the man. It's like, oh shit.
So I remember like physical activity to more like brain power.
To
intelligence being the...
That's a very good observation, Chris. I think that was your kind of like, yes, I think that's where, but again, would you want to trade spots with him? Because they asked him, do you like working out? And he's like, not really. So
it's very different. There's probably people that don't want to be in his spot, you know? But us, because we like to work out, we see it as like, how could he not want to work out?
We have a genetic disposition, I think, bro. People like me and you, we have a genetic disposition to be active.
That's part of nature.
You know what I mean?
Why we have a hard time sleeping. Because that's how we take, you know. I think that helps us sleep. Because I know sleep is no neighbor to me. I don't think it's a neighbor to you, you know. But that's why, because we have so much activity, we want to do so much stuff. I know, like yesterday when you're like, I'm at the gym. My brother told me he was at the gym, I felt like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do some activity myself because everybody's at the gym right now. But I just want to be safe. So then I was doing push-ups here, sit-ups, everything, the whole, home workout routine. But at the end of the day, of course, it didn't feel like my gym. It didn't feel like, I felt like I was missing spots. And that's where I feel like people would miss the gym desperately because, my brother claimed equipment. That was the main thing. Like,
if you've ever seen your brother work out, bro, he likes his little cables.
Yeah.
He like I'm more of a compound trainer than him. I don't know if you know that.
You feel like you could do more home workouts than him?
Yeah. I'm more compound than him. Like my training is more compound. In other words, free weights. Most of my stuff is free weights. I use a little bit of cables, but I've seen your brother's Instagram stories, and he likes his little cables. Yeah, he likes his little cables.
When you look at the camera.
Yeah, he likes to like.
You're like looking at it.
Yeah.
Giving it that.
He likes that little camera shot,
Yeah.
And to wear his little shoes with the little tapered bottoms right here.
Yeah. No, he put he went on with the green ones, the high tops, for the video. When he did it, I remember he told me, bro, he kept saying, bro, I got the high tops. I'm like, that's what I'm like. What are you in high tops, bro? Bro, and it's like this, get you the high tops. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, man. Like, congratulations, awesome. I don't know what else you want to do for you. Like, you made it, I don't know, yeah. You're in the gym. You got your camera. And just, how you said, the face shot. The face shot.
Yeah.
That was epic. But, yeah. No, it doesn't make sense, yeah. That's why when you said, hey, I called it out, I kind of did too. I didn't think the first day he'd give up, but, I mean, okay. First day he was there. But I kind of liked it because I just spoke to you.
How are you going to compare a fucking $1 million complex to like his little squat rack in a garage? That, like the lap pull down sticks. It's real stick. It doesn't. Yeah. It's not smooth.
Yeah. Like you're gonna miss the gym. Like
his bar's kind of broken. The thing slides out. How? I mean, yes. If you have nothing else.
Yeah.
Of course. You have nothing else. But like, how are you gonna be like? Well, I can stay here or go to that $1 million complex.
Well, no, his theory was. Supposedly he got bigger and thicker, remember? Just at his own gym. So I kind of thought for a second, like he might really just stick to his gym. Because he got better results and he saw it. Supposedly people, everybody's been telling him. So that was the reason I didn't give up on him saying like, okay, I'm not going to the gym. I'm going to stick in mine. Oh, he might just do it. But, the first day he was at the gym. So I guess that's where you're correct in the fact that he needed certain equipment and he didn't feel right without it. So, end game.
I think I'm doing legs
today?
Thursday, so I'm gonna take tomorrow off.
So what did you do today?
I already did it.
What did you do?
Back and biceps.
Back and biceps?
Yeah, and I got out of the shower today. And walked around just my room a little bit, and my back was perspiring, like little droplets, like you could tell, almost like the meat in that area, the muscle was like awake. It was awakened or something. Oh, because it was just like
the bulgy.
Yeah, it was just little droplets, like just like the whole area, I guess, had heated up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like sweating hardcore. It was just enough to be like, yeah, it was. Yeah, the back was just like, dude, I fucking feel that shit. And so, even just like,
I did 300 push-ups, bro. I remember Benji, my friend, he goes,
I feel.
Oh, you did 300. I go, bro, I'm like, I didn't do 300 in 1 hit, or 2 hits, or 3 hits, and 3 sets. No, it took me like 10 sets about. But you know what? My goal was a total of 300 push-ups. I was so amped up on my chest. I took a picture of my back because my back was also amped up just by doing the push-ups. You know what I mean? Like, if you do a full body motion push-up, you're gonna also work on your back. That's that's a secondary muscle. At least that's so we were taught, when I was UFD, they're like, if you work out your chest good enough, you're gonna hit your back because If you do the full extension, you should be hitting your back too. So I started doing, and I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger says like, you gotta think about it, you gotta picture it. And so I was just doing push-ups. I was focusing on my back.
Yes.
And my back, I started feeling it more than even my chest in a way.
Okay.
When the primary muscle is chest in a correct.
Okay, it takes, you know what it is, man? It takes, like, to get better and better at working the muscle, it takes true focus. And you don't even need as much weight. You can even go lower on the weight to really stimulate the muscle.
To stimulate it.
Yeah. And so, but that takes like discipline, years, like to really trust the process, that kind of stuff. And that makes people get mad because they're used to a world. Everything around them is like, hey, number one with cheese. That was it. That's all you did. Tell someone number one with cheese, right?
And you had your meal.
And you had your meal. Oh, put it in the microwave. And everything is so easy for people. Again, those three things, everything around them is so easy that you're like, oh, no. You want a good body? No. Everything. Think about everything now.
Yeah.
How much are you having? When did you have it? How much water did you take? How did you rest? How long have you been training? What period? Is this periodization? What style of training are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, hey, how committed are you? How much do you really want? What are you thinking? Who are you talking to?
Well,
like, okay, like,
we have to ask.
Yeah.
In the note paper.
Yeah, no.
Basically, yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, supplements, why do you take them? How often do you take them? Why don't you want to buy them? Why don't you want to invest in yourself? Like, it's all, there's so much to it to truly live the lifestyle. Like, truly. Like, for real.
No, yeah, to actually be, to say you're a part of that lifestyle, you have to go through that, in a way. You have to go through all that, basically, right? I want to say there's exceptions where people have been, subjected, like, they don't see themselves having done all that, yet their body got the results that many people want.
Yeah.
And they didn't do even half of that.
Some people are genetically gifted to where they can get it faster.
There you go. Okay, that's a good way to see it.
Yeah. Some people can do it a little bit faster. Like, it's just the truth.
No, because like some people, like, I remember. That's why it was so big for us. It wasn't so much like, oh, you got acne, you broke. But it's because I guess we were fit to a certain level that if we had acne, people were like, oh, he's got acne and he must be doing steroids. He's working out, he looks fit, he's doing steroids. And that wasn't true. But I mean, I got to experience some of that, As me and my brother, I remember we had a little bit of acne and people throughout like, he's juicing. And that wasn't the case, that was our genetics, we had a little bit of acne. But, at the end of the day, I feel that we got results way faster than the regular people. So it was like a plus, because people put me in another section like, oh man, this guy's way more fit than me. Oh, this guy must be on something because he's way more leaner and cut and he's got in size than me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I mean that's like a influential for me that pumps me up and it like, just makes me want to like really actually work out hard and make sure I keep up with my body for the people, to stay motivated. Even if they're going the extra mile than me, it's like at least I'm that motivation to make them go there. I feel good. You gotta feel good knowing that you're making people feel and get pumped and stuff. That will make you, that's got me, I don't make me feel good, I love going to the gym, getting those compliments, people tell me that, it was just, I guess you can say at the end of the day, it can even be considered like a high because you feel so like on top, People are just like amping you up and making you feel good. And how did you get that body? And how are you so lean? And how did that happen? And, and like all that combined in one.
It's because we're in that reality where that matters because of the time we're in. Modern man has to be in shape. Modern man has to be in shape. In other words, if you're not,
You start doing something.
you don't know. If you're not in shape as a modern man, you'll be paying the price.
Oh yeah, we got. I mean, we're talking about like health-wise. Diabetes.
Every possible thing you could think of becomes less cool because you're not in shape.
Exactly. Yeah, and also it will affect for sure confidence level.
Energy level, confidence level.
Confidence level. We're talking about your own personal attitude towards people. I'm pretty sure it would change it. You know, just the way you act around people. I'm pretty sure the guy that hasn't touched a single weight in his life, he might not feel as good entering a hangout as the guy who he's amped up, he feels good, he knows that the shirt is fitting him tight because he's worked for it. Like, that guy's just gonna naturally feel better because he wants to put more work into himself and the other. It's just natural,
There was a time though where bodybuilding, fitness, everything that it is today, there was a time where it was kind of like a luxury.
A luxury?
Yeah. There was a time. I think it's become more of a need now.
Now it's like a necessity for just to be fit at least.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, you gotta have something that pushes you to go there. That's what I would say. You gotta have a cause. I get the purpose, but really, I mean, it wouldn't be a purpose. I would say just have a desire. Like, hey, I want to look like this guy or whatever, and you push yourself to a certain extent to where you get close to that look you wanted.
Okay, like with just these 2 days working out, I feel like I can go and 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 go. Like I feel like more. Like let's do the party. Let's fucking make videos. Yeah, what's next? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, see how that, I feel ignited. Like, my brain is like, more, like, right? Like,
yeah.
There's the hunger. It awakens the hunger in the body.
The hunger in the body, that's good.
You know what I mean?
The hunger in the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Like.
AKA, some people might be like, hey guys, that's probably thirst.
I don't care what they say, bro.
No.
Like, in other words, if say someone wanted to offend me right now and be like, hey, that's called a thirst, I'm gonna point, the hunger is like, look, man, let's make this real easy. If it's gonna be about who said what and you're wittier than me or funnier than me or put me down, that's fine. If it comes to like, hey, you want to make this physical and just take care of it, pick one.
But that's what we would take them out.
No, but all I'm trying to get at is like, that's the ignition. Like, in other words, my brain is like, it's almost like if you're
calling them out like, okay, well, you think I'm like this, how about you try me? Calling them out, because if you're telling them, hey, like, let's what costs you?
Yeah, like I've gone in a boxing ring before. I put on gloves and everything like that. So I'm up for that. Like, in other words, there's people that, hey man, look, let's just get in the ring and we'll solve it because I know that if I say something and you think you're witty and then there's no, hey, if we just put the gloves on and you shut up, then yeah.
I said yeah.
Yeah.
I said yeah. But see, you have to understand some people are gonna try to smart it. I'd be like, well, hold on, let's settle this.
Well, no, I know. Then I'm just gonna go. So then you want to do it that way, but I'm not gonna do it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you have to think both parties, like yourself and how your enemy or how the guy trying to put you down is thinking.
The number one.
I think that's how you become a successful at what you're doing.
The number one thing.
You're already thinking his level. You're already at his level. You're thinking, okay, I know what you're thinking, why you're thinking that way. I know why you're attacking me and this stuff. That gives you more leverage to kind of go back at him. Her up whoever it is that's trying to put you down and be like, hey, well, you know what? Okay, I know why you're thinking like this. I know exactly why you're thinking like this. I know your level. Because once you know somebody's level, that's a whole different ball. Like for that person to be like, oh, he's already been where I'm at, but yes, he's done other stuff in his career. So that's good. That's how some people are gonna be like, okay, you know what? I shouldn't even try to attack that individual. That's when you start making people away.
Yeah.
Because you're already showing them another level. You're just going for it.
Yeah. That's fine, bro. That's fine, dude. Like, look, man. Going back to be ignited and hunger and all that, like, that's what it takes to be alive, really, is to be ignited, to have energy to do what you want, and if you have that, you have pretty much all you need. Like, there, in today's world, that's all you need right there. Okay, do you have the hunger to push? Yes. Do you do? Okay, good. You have all you need right now. Because most people don't have that. The majority of people in the world do not have that.
They don't have that one thing.
The hunger.
But what do you mean?
The hunger to move weight, to make the food, to throw the party, to like the hunger. Okay?
Well, because some people don't, they probably don't have to go through that to get the hunger. You get me? Like,
no, that's not true. That's not true at all.
No, I mean, I'm saying
that's not true at all.
No, I think for some people
that is not true at all.
So you're gonna tell me right now? Who was it? Okay, Travis Scott.
What about
him?
him?
If he wanted a certain girl, he could probably get that.
That's the type of dude that's got hunger. Like,
yeah, but let's say he didn't. He just had a talent. He just got there.
You can't just have it with talent. You need hunger.
Yes, hunger is gonna help, but not everybody has the hunger, like you said. And that's gonna affect.
That not everybody has the hunger, but what I'm saying is, if you don't awaken the hunger within you, then you're not gonna get what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people get results, not what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, put it like this. Evidence. This is gonna be evidence. Party on Friday. I have the hunger. The only thing that's gonna make this not happen is you don't have the hunger. See what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna prove my point.
Well,
if you don't have,
I've been freaking hungry to have a hangout.
Well, but okay. Oh, no, it's just that it was my mom's birthday. I told you the reasons.
Oh, true. Okay, that was one day, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna schedule two things that are like.
No. I'm just saying, like, I've been here almost a week.
Yeah, and I came up with a good idea now. And what I'm saying is, the hunger's been awakened.
Well, see, what I've been doing, you've been just socializing with these people outside.
Everybody, we're about to get ready to cut off because I gotta go, and then party coming up, and then the hunger, we're gonna leave it off with this. The battery's about to die. We're gonna leave it off like this. Party on Friday. Obviously,
oh, Lord.
I don't know if you made it this far in the video, but anyway, hope you enjoyed this. This is a real conversation, no scripts.
I don't even know what the topic was today.
Yeah, I think the topics were great. Purpose, hunger, artificial intelligence, technology, the show, the Unabomber. Yeah, they were all great topics. They were all amazing topics.
I really liked them all.
Yeah, and if you didn't like them, well then I think you need to know what you got to do. You need to just go start some kind of boring practice, like maybe.
I like how you had to tell them. And if you don't like any of this, go do what you think is right, and it's time for you. Heather.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's. You know what? If you don't like this kind of thing, I think that HBO had some Sesame Street show or some shit on the other day. I saw it there. I go, who the fuck would watch this? Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But if you did like it, we'll see you next time. Peace. Subscribe.